What is going on, everybody? It's me, it's RDV. I'm here again with Zach, who's munching on some chips in my ear for the past little minute. See if I, it's become a little game to see if I can catch him off guard when I go live on the stream. It's just been kind of fun. Uh,
You got me.
now I hear you again.
I know. I cut that too. That might have been my. I had the YouTube open, so I just muted it.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about
Uh,
that.
yes. So we are trying something new tonight. I decided to, I created a Twitch account for this channel. This is called Geeky Puppet Show. It is we're streaming there, hopefully right now, and to here as well, to YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for showing up, man. If you're on Twitch, it's good to see you there. What we do here normally on Tuesday nights, we talk about comic books. This is a comic book channel. We don't play video games. So if you're looking for video game content, that's gonna be on a different Twitch channel. But we are more happy to have you here. Anybody's watching. Top five Tuesdays. What are top five Tuesdays? Top five Tuesdays is where we take 5 books each from our pull list. These are the 5 books we think are gonna be the best books of the week for reading. So without further ado, I have my own 5 books. Zach has his own 5 books. Let's jump right into this. Zach, would you like to go first tonight?
I will, and I'm gonna try to keep our crossover titles to a minimum here. Maybe one, two at the most. But I'm gonna start my number five. Uh, I'm gonna get some controversy on this. I'm kind of glad Breen isn't here because Breen would say something right away. I'm
Don't worry,
gonna
I'll
say
I'll see it for you.
I'm gonna say Nightwing 102.
Wow, the rainbow colored. Okay, all right. That's
I'm
it's
gonna
it's that's
I'm gonna say Nightwing 102. And here's why. Let me back this up because I know some people are on Tom Taylor. I like his Elseworld stuff a lot. I have read he has written a handful of select issues of Nightwing that I thought were really really good. Most of them are they include either the Titans or Wally West, and this one has the Titans in it. And so I was kind of going through it, just kind of getting a little preview, and I liked what I read. He got the characters' dialogue felt good. Nothing felt forced. It's not Wolfman Perez or Jeff Johns, but
sure.
you know what? I liked what I read. The art is good. It's not Bruno Redondo, unfortunately. Bruno
Sure.
Redondo does the best. He's got this other artist, Eduardo Pansica, I think, and he's all right. He's serviceable. But so far, I liked what I read so far, and kind of gives you, I think, a little preview what to expect when he jumps on the Titans book. I think next month. So yeah, that is going to be my number five.
All right. For me, my number 5 tonight. I didn't write them down tonight. It's just going off. All right. My number 5 for me tonight is actually a book that I've just been enjoying. I discovered it about a few weeks ago. I'm so glad that I discovered it right when the second issue was coming out, because currently there was a year wait in between. DC does this for a few books sometimes, but this is unheard of. But all right, we're going to Swamp Thing, Green Hell, number 3. It's just Jeff Lemire, Doug Mankey on this too, and David Barron. Don't think they're in relation to Mike Barron. But this has been one of those fun books. We had John Constantine in the past issue. Now it looks like we have Deadman on the cover. We also have Buddy Baker's daughter, all grown up, Animal Girl, or Animal Woman, I should say. Uh,
Interesting.
basically post-apocalyptic, world, where the elements, basically they wanted to basically eliminate what's left of the humans and just reset the world. But so John Constantine had to basically take, drastic matters and bring Al Cohen from his paradise, his heaven, with his wife and his kid, and bring him back to Earth and force him to help. But because Al Cohen ultimately does not make it, he needs another avatar. So he goes to Africa, and he finds Buddy Baker's daughter, all grown up. So it's kind of cool. Art on this is just awesome, man. This is just great. Um, for real, who's Spike Zach's drink? I have no idea, man. Uh, it's like this every week. I'm just waiting for the one time these guys say something that's a sober Zach would say. Because I
Look,
don't know. I don't know what that Zach would be.
I like to play a little comic roulette with the number 5 spot. And this week I went with Nightwing. You know, I took my shot.
All right, and
This
hello.
sounds really cool though. This is the Black Label, right?
Yeah, this is the
The big
final issue.
magazine. Oh wow, okay.
It's a 3-issue series. Some alternate covers here. Christian Ward variants, which I think Skip might want to pick up.
Oh,
That's
I like
just kind
that
of
one.
cool.
Yeah, that
a
looks
face
really
hugger.
cool. Yeah, a little bit. It's got like a Cthulhu vibe to it.
Now here's this is a Travel Foreman. So yeah, so for the first time, the green is not it's an enemy instead of being an ally. In this book, and Jeff Lemire has been fun. This was a surprise for me because whenever I read the first book, man, John Constantine was not even in the first book. I'll say this because, but like I said, I was hooked because I was like, once I learned that John Constantine was in this as Swamp Thing, the last time I saw them together was like Alan Moore's thing. I forgot which issue of Swamp Thing it is, but they had a little crossover where John Constantine's origin is, and it was just great to see these two characters interacting. Because whenever they interact, it's always like just like John being his classic Vertigo Hellblazer prick self, to Alec always. Fun, man. I just want to quickly say hello to some people here. We got Skip Tosh. Great to see you, man. We got Justin, man, saying that Tom Taylor had a Nightwing get pickpocketed. Couldn't read it after that. Dick Grayson would know better. He was trained by Banner. He even had training beyond that.
This is true.
Now, I would say this: if Dick Grayson allowed himself to be pickpocketed so he could track the guy, the criminal, that would be a classic story. But I don't see that happening with Tom Taylor.
I did not read that particular issue, so I would have to go back and try it. So or see it at least.
Zach is drunk on these. He explains it.
Oh darn! Breen made it.
All right, what's up, Mark? How's it going, man? Rachel says she's watching Cobra Kai, but she's here. All right, thanks, Phil. Always great for people leaving the tab open while they're doing something else. Yeah, so this has been just a guilty pleasure of mine. Like this is like I usually am not a Swamp Thing guy, but when I see John Constantine's in there too, and if it's old school John, man. So I'm sorry, I just that's my man crush, John Constantine, when he's actually written well.
Wait, Keanu Reeves?
Do you want to just be sober? I'll take away your drink.
It's coffee. It's not anything.
That's what I mean. You'll be sober, still cold sober with no coffee.
Coffee does sober you. Coffee is sober.
When we take away the addict's, his narc, his medicine.
Fix?
Yeah, it's fix.
You see me shaking on camera. Give me my coffee. Anyway.
Hey, maybe your penis will be much better.
Maybe who knows? Who's to say? Maybe they will be.
So this is a $7 book. This is a Black Label. This is the giant magazine format. So it's not a normal size book. So you're like, oh, it's $7, 48 pages. And it's a bigger book, magazine, Black Label. And it's a little more mature. Art on this is basically what you see on the cover here is this Doug Mahnke. But he's also doing the art in the interior as well, too. So it's just fun seeing this, dude. All right, so that is my number 5. We'll have to go to your number 4 now, bro.
Alrighty, my number 4, Breen. Get ready. Get ready, Breen. We're gonna go over to Marvel. We got She-Hulk. This is issue number 16. It made it to 16, guys. I don't think it's getting canceled anytime soon. I don't think it's got miniseries status, at least not yet. Also, I was kind of
hello
intrigued.
to Imperial Goddess, who's what?
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying Imperial Goddess. Now we know we're actually, because we're streaming live on Twitch. She's watching from Twitch. It shows up in the StreamYard. Thank God, because I was like, do I have to do extra setup? So we are. We are live.
I have seen that with. I have seen that though. Like people that stream out through multiple platforms, like they have different chats for different websites, I guess.
Sure, yeah, because I'm not using OBS. I'm just using StreamYard, which is a paid for and allows you to stream to multiple different platforms. So I'm just glad that it's not like YouTube. You gotta wait 24 hours before we approve you if you can stream or not. So
Right.
yeah. Is Zach willing to share coffee? Zach will not share coffee. He will bite the hand that tries to reach for his coffee.
I will share with you, Imperial. You're one of the lucky few I will share coffee with because you're not criticizing my comic takes. Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking of my comic takes, I'm sorry. This isn't number 16. I was looking ahead. This is number 11. I'm sorry, guys. We were talking. We were looking ahead at future She-Hulk issues last night. I don't know why I wrote down 16. Okay, so yeah,
You're
number
skipping
11.
ahead to the good part.
I'm skipping ahead to the cover. The good part is the covers, so maybe. By the way, this is not the cover I'm hoping to get. The variant.
Oh, of course, it is.
This isn't a bad cover, but the variant is the one I'm looking to get.
Of course, you know. You're a man after cheesecake.
I am a man after green 8-pack cheesecake. Yes.
You like some lime jello.
Wine jello?
Lime jello.
Oh, lime jello. That makes more sense. Okay. Yeah, lime jello. Yeah, so no, She-Hulk has been, look, I'm not going to kid y'all. It's not John Byrne She-Hulk. It's not even Dan Slott She-Hulk. It's Rambo Rowell. But I think that she has done her research and she has been doing a decent job with this character. Some of the issues have been slower than others. There was a whole issue that she set aside to develop to showing the backstory of these villains that are kind of like C-list. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. You know, the art inside has been good. I'm not familiar with Andre Genolet. Genolet, maybe he's French. I don't know. I think it's best when Jim Bartel is doing the interiors. But yeah, so far it's been a decent read, and you know, decent is, you know, mostly the best that you can hope to get from Marvel. So yeah, come for the cheesecake, stay for the, you know, sometimes well-researched plot points.
All
so
right.
That is why She-Hulk is my number 4.
Awesome. All right, and Be Real Goddess, you are especially probably the only one watching or commenting on Twitch right now. I don't see through StreamYard whatever your account is, but like I said, it's cool to have. It actually works. So, oh, Zach just showed up on there on Twitch.
I'm on Twitch and YouTube.
It's amazing. All right. I really do hope that She-Hulk does pick up. I wasn't impressed by the last couple of issues, but we'll see what
the
happens.
last couple, it did hit a bit of a slump with the last few issues. I'm hoping It says it's a good jumping on point, so hopefully the inside will reflect that. Even Miranya's burning me now. Miranya says I need glasses.
For your coffee, yeah. You need two, so you can do a cup for your coffee. There you go. All right, so we're gonna go to my number 4. Number 4 is a book that's been getting a little better, and I've just been liking some of the characters, and let's see what goes on with it. It is Deceased: War of the Undead Gods, number 7. It has been the only Tom Taylor book that I'll actually read. That says a lot about Tom Taylor, because Tom Taylor on Elseworlds is really good. Although Knights of Steel chose not to read it, but I hear it's not as good.
Not as great.
No. Yeah, like I said, this has been one of those. It's like, what if, you know? That's basically what it is. It's basically the DC versus zombies, pretty much. But you can save the zombies. You can return them back to be humans if you have the, you know, a cure. And so that's kind of cool. It's $3.99, which has become like the standard normal price. But I really hope they don't go up to $4.99 like Batman's doing. Yeah. It's Black Canary being the Green Lantern. Interesting. She can still do the Canary crime, but she's kind of like overpowered now. She has like a green willpower. She can make constructs, but she can also just scream if she wants to. Imagine if she like makes it like, you know, like a giant out of those megaphones.
Oh yeah,
and it screams. It's like, then you're dead. Yeah.
That would be cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I with Darkseid is now basically possessed by the anti-equation, which he's been searching through like for a while in the comic books. They decided to give it to him in this alternate world, and they're also going against the New Gods, Orion, you know, and Big
All
Barda.
Father. Big
Well, yeah,
Barda.
well, no,
Did
not Big Barda. Yeah, All Father.
did
Yeah,
Barda become? Did Barda become? I haven't. I don't
she
remember.
originally did, I believe.
She did originally, but then I think she got cured.
So yeah, but yeah, and
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle was one of the stars. But
Yeah.
we got a growing up Super Sons. We have Damien, we have Jonathan, and so far this is like I think it's the only book that Jonathan's traded. He's older, ironically. I'm still waiting for the shoe to drop. I mean, I just find it weird because they started to change his character's sexuality or sexual orientation, but for some reason they decide, not this book. But Tom Taylor's writing out the other book that he's in. It's like hello, So I don't know. It's we're gonna take bets. See what issue.
I was gonna say it's not so much that he's straight; it's just that they haven't written a romantic interest for him yet. They had Damien paired up with Cassie, so yeah.
Yes, I said anti-life equation.
No, you said anti-equation. So that's why Evil Black Cat is. So he thought. I guess he thought I said it.
I don't know. Well, what's up, Evil Black Cat? Thanks for joining, man. Here's some comments here. Anything new that we see? The series has been great, but the other books T. Taylor writes have severe pacing issues and pricing issues. They're too expensive.
Yeah, unfortunately, now there are some exceptions, like my number 3 book that we're going to talk about. That's an exception.
All right, let's go to your number book. Book.
My number 3 book.
Hold on. I just want to show you this though.
Okay.
The Purple Rain cover.
The what?
It's I don't know why it's in here.
It looks like
like the Purple Rain movie cover.
I was gonna. Is this like one of those horror movie poster homages? Maybe.
Kind of like a movie poster.
Yeah, I know they do that. I know they do that with Deceased. They do the homages of the horror movies. I thought it looked.
Say it right.
Say what right?
Say it right. It's Homaji.
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 Yes. Homaji.
This is the cover I'm getting though, real quickly.
Marvel. I know you like the ones with the logo and the blood splat. That's Mary Marvel, man. She's getting a glow up right now with the movie and everything. Like
exactly. I mean, I'm surprised they don't just keep her character.
I actually think it was pretty cool that they kept her instead of. I mean, it was Tom Taylor. Ultimately, a lot of his deaths are sad, and so like the one with Billy was like really gut wrenching. But that's a really nice cover too. Look, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's Monica Baccarin. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is.
It's Big Mackenzie's wife.
It is Monica Baccarin. Forget Leslie Tompkins. She needs to be
from Leslie Thompson.
Whatever her name is, Sinestro's daughter.
Yep. Honestly, if they're gonna do a Green Lanterns movie again, they need to really just bring in every character they can. So, all right, let's go to your number 3.
My number 3, I'm gonna break the mold here. We're not going with a $3 or $4.99 book, folks. We're going down to $2.99. We're gonna go to Image Comics. One of my favorite ongoing series from them right now. We got Scorched. This is an issue number 16. This is from Sean Lewis writing and Steven Segovia doing the art. There is no Todd McFarlane, so all of you Todd McFarlane, people that don't like his writing, y'all can, it's okay. Y'all can breathe. So
I just want to know when Iron Maiden's going to start suing.
I am also going with the variant cover on this one as well, if I can find it. The one with Lady Spawn on the motorcycle with all the machine guns.
This one right here?
Yes, that fits my description exactly. That's exactly what I said. No, the other one. There it is. All right. So this is $2.99. This is one of the cheapest books that you're going to find out on the stands. The first cheapest one is going to be the Mark Miller Nightclub, which you should definitely be checking out. That one's like $1.99. This is a step up. It's $2.99, but still really, really affordable. You guys should definitely check it out. It's basically all the different Spawn characters making their own super team called the Scorched. And Jessica, aka She-Spawn, has kind of been the unofficially named or maybe officially named team leader up till
Yes.
now. Her character has been one of the more interesting ones. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. There was kind of a shakeup in the lineup over the last few issues. I think Gunslinger Spawn is stepping away, or at least they're making it seem like he's stepping away.
Yeah, Mark Millar. I don't think he said Mark Miller.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mark Millar. Pardon me. Yeah, because
That's a hybrid of Frank and Mark together.
He spells his with an A, and I know like Frank Miller or Mike S. Miller, they spell it with an E. I believe.
Remember, we established that he is drunk, so he's going to say the wrong names.
This is very true, and I'm gonna lean into speaking drunkenly now.
So, as far as this book and like goes, like I don't know the lore of the comic books, but I did watch the movie back in the day with Martin Sheen. I think it was either Martin Sheen or it was Robert Vaughn as the villain. You know, I think it was Martin Sheen though.
I bet we can find out.
Yeah, and the person that killed Al Simmons in that Spawn was the lady who plays basically She-Spawn in the comic book here. So I'm just curious if that was changed for the movie, or if she actually in the comic books was responsible for killing him.
That is a very good question. I honestly don't know. I didn't read any
Same
Spawn
here.
before Scorch started, and like they started doing all these different Spawn covers, like King Spawn and Gunslinger. Like I didn't read any. Spawn
I did read King Spawn. She was in there too. I mean, as far as like her lore, like all I know is that she's like a former Marine or something like that. You know.
Yeah, she's former military. Yeah.
No, military. She has a daughter, and she's just trying to keep it secret. But like you said, this book has been like Avengers, like / X-Men, and they have like giant like demon sentinels that hunt them.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the Sentinels, the Sentinels, they're called like angels or like heaven walker or something like
they're
that.
Like mutated creatures.
They're made to sound good because obviously like Spawn and all of them are like from hell. So
yeah.
But it's really really cool. There's like medieval Spawn. There's several other characters. They're all of them have a distinct voice. None of them are like cookie cutter. It looks like. So that's one reason that I really dig it. So yeah, it's only $2.99. So if you haven't tried it yet, it's a very cheap book. You can afford to take a chance on it if you so desire to, and I highly advise you to. So yeah, there you go. That's my number 3 coming from Image Comics. Scorched, number 16.
Nice. Like I said, Segovia doing the interior.
Segovia does good art too.
Oh yeah,
you're in for a treat with Segovia.
Yes, Sean Lewis is writing been great too on this.
Yep.
It's one of the reasons I'm actually reading it because
Todd McFarlane.
Todd McFarlane, I don't mind if he does the art. You can have him do the art.
Yeah, I know, but he hasn't been doing the art. He's been doing like co-writing or like big story writing. Yeah.
They don't list they don't list lettering in here, like who the letter is. But I've seen Todd when Todd does some of the lettering himself sometimes.
Yeah, they do list letters on other books. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Like I said,
interesting.
Todd is a great artist. He's just not that strong of a writer. If he has someone else writing with him, I think it helps out a lot. But like I said, stick to your strengths, man. Make those toys and do the art.
The toys for real.
Like literally, Todd is figured out the perfect niche. Like artists, after a while, you can't draw like you used to. You're kind of like you get carpal tunnel from all this hand drawing stuff, and it gets to the point where you're like, dude, I'll just do toy lines, and boom. Who needs Hasbro when he can make all the DC stuff?
Exactly, dude. If Todd McFarlane was making like GI Joes or Transformers, like holy cow, that'd be awesome.
Speaking of which, guys, go check out apparently it's gonna be the Batman Returns car. He's coming out for the DC toys, McFarlane toys.
Batman Returns, the Michael Keaton movie.
Yes, because the Michael Keaton's gonna be in the new Flash movie, so they got this giant car. And you can actually buy the figure separate, and you can actually sit Michael Keaton's Batman in the car. And I'm not sure if it lights up, makes noise, but it's kind of cool, man. I can only imagine what the price is, and those always sell out really fast. But
nice.
It's probably a 1 in 50 scale,
Okay.
Not too horribly big, but imagine $50.
A good size. You probably get a good size car for $50. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go to my number 3, and my number 3 is actually right here. So let's find this.
Hey.
Speaking of people that I normally wouldn't follow on Twitter because I just don't agree with the politics. He's kind of a dick too. But man, Mark Waid is proving that he actually is a capable writer, and it's not because the bar is lowered so far down. As far as there's that many really good writers. Mark Waid's always been a good writer. I liked him when he wrote Wally West Flash. I was kind of hoping he would have picked up. Anybody picking up after Jeremy Adams would have been Mark Waid again. But Mark Waid's basically giving us Silver Age Batman and Robin. And World's Finest too is like we're getting that in there too as well. It's just like, dude, if you like Silver Age stories, classic stories, and just it's not connected to anything that's really going on as far as the new Dawn of DC stuff, check out World's Finest. It has been fun. Even tied into Josh Williamson's run as well on Robin. He said, I am kind of excited to see how long this is going to go. Because usually, usually 12 issues are where they cut us off.
Right.
It's like a miniseries. Now, they could pull a Dan Jurgens and say like, "Oh, issue 50, we're kicking you off now." Josh Williamson had a run too. I think it went for like 16 issues.
Okay.
Something like that during Fear State 2 years ago. Future State, sorry, not Fear State. Future State.
I was about to say, I don't remember.
Yeah, but Fear State was his event can happen afterwards.
Yeah,
that was during Miracle Molly and all that crap.
Right.
Dude, I'm so old. I bought an actual card for $50.
Nice.
Like currently, that's a lot. Because like you got a junker then. But
is that your current car?
I was gonna say in the '60s you probably could pay like $25,000 to get like a nice Dodge Charger.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AMC Pacer. Now he needs a Pacer.
Oh.
The car. They're great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the car.
Yes,
okay.
yes. I would never make fun of Breen.
No, of course not. We would never.
He knows where I live. Alternate covers on here. Yes, is
Dan Moore is doing the interior on this, right?
Yes. He's the main cover artist and the interior artist.
Very cool. Very cool.
It's got a cool alternate cover.
Yeah.
And look, there's only Superman and Supergirl, not 30 other super people.
Well, there's only one Robin too, not like the whole Bat family. So.
And that's all we need.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely disagreeing with you. That's the cover that I like though. The two of them going against Darkseid.
Like I said, they're basically So basically, it says like in the description here is where the world is metamorpho. Rex Mason. We haven't seen that. Man, I haven't seen him forever.
I remember the last time. Yeah.
Yeah, so it says so it's Batman, Robin, and Superman have traversed some of the DC's most iconic locations, kept up with the likes of Teen Titans, Doom Patrol, and Supergirl, but none of them were prepared for as they must go across the globe in search of Rex Mason. Dude, that's all I want. As soon as I saw Metamorpho on here, I was like, dude, I'm sold. That is awesome. That's all you need for a good book, classic book. Characters that are just missing in today's comics.
Yeah. That's awesome. Right? That reminds me of I want to go watch the old Justice League episodes now. They had like the 2-parter or 3-parter that had Metamorpho.
Justice League Unlimited was either Justice League Unlimited or Justice League second season or third season. One of the three.
I think it was in the first. It was in the first or second season. It was before it became Unlimited. Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's just, you bought one of the first wheels.
Jay Lucen says the last time we saw Metamorpho was probably in the Terrifics, and I think he's right.
Yeah, that's quite a while. That's
it was in the
at least 10 years.
It hadn't been 10 years, maybe like 5 or 6.
It's getting there. 5 or 6. That's almost 10.
It's almost.
It's getting there. It's been a while. Too long.
Yeah, it's halfway there.
All right, so I'm gonna go back. You can do your number 2.
My number 2 is we're gonna go to Marvel Comics for this one, folks, and this
Amazing
is
Spider-Man.
No, this is the best writer at Marvel Comics that they have currently. This is Jed MacKay. You've been waiting for this ever since his death was announced like 2 years ago. Doctor Strange, number 1. I think it's silly to renumber after the whole Strange series.
The reason
I get the reason. I get the reason. The reason is
Strange
because Clea married Doctor Strange and took his name, and then.
Well, the reason they changed the title because the last book was just called Strange.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it
They're adding
wasn't
Doctor
Doctor
to it,
Strange.
so
Yeah, so yeah, but well, they renumbered it. I think they could have called it Doctor Strange and just made it like number 13. But of course, Marvel loves a new number one, so this is what we get. But it is Jed McKay. He is the best writer that Marvel has in house right now. His Moon Knight run is dynamite. His
yeah.
Black Cat series has been good. I'm actually looking forward to see what he does with the Avengers. And so yeah, he's bringing back Doctor Strange. He's still got Clea, still got Wong. And from the synopsis, it sounds like he's about to just jump straight back into like the supernatural problem solving.
Yeah.
I love how it sounds like the Ghostbusters commercial.
Yeah.
Have your children fallen into a deep nightmarish slumber? Are there demonic refugees hiding in your home? You know who to call.
Is your
So,
husband possessed by a satanic entity? Then call Doctor Strange. You know,
yeah.
they missed an opportunity. They could have called this Too Strange because there's two Stranges.
Oh, too strange, too furious. That's what I think they should have gone with.
You just had to bring it into the what's the worst franchise ever.
They still have the ghost dog. They still have bats.
Yes, yes, yes.
I freaking love bats. Bats is great. I want a basset hound just because.
Wait. Ash is here.
Ash is here on
What?
comics.
Ash is here. Oh my gosh, it's Ash.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry about that.
Ash, you're in rarefied air. You have a gift made for when you show up. He just gives me the what's his name who says mid. But yeah, no, Jed McKay writing and Pascal Ferry doing the art. I'm kind of half and half on Pascal Ferry. I've looked at some of this stuff before. It's okay. It's not terrible. I'm kind of looking to see how he does with the coloring and the inking on this one. Hopefully, it'll be good. So this is my number 2.
Honestly,
I have high hopes for it.
The last time I read a Strange book before the Clear Strange one was Surgeon Supreme.
I remember. Is that the one where he had the battle axe?
That's the one where he was active. His hands were restored. He was able to heal. His hands were healed. He was able to be a doctor again, and he was treating people who had magical afflictions.
Okay.
I was like, this is kind of cool. And I can't remember who the writer was. It might have been Benjamin Percy for all I know.
Before I got into this, and I did read some of the Strange series. Before I did that, the most recent one I read was Donny Cates wrote him for a brief bit. It was called Damnation. It was right after Secret Empire, where basically he was going against Mephisto to save Las Vegas. So that was a fun.
Speaking of Strange, Joe Corral is in the chat.
Whoa!
That's a rarity. What's up, Joe? What's going on, man?
How you doing, Joe?
Yeah, it has just been kind of crazy night, man. We're up to 17, 16 people again. It's just crazy. It's slowly this channel is just blowing up, man. I love having everybody on here. Dude, fun. And just so many good books coming out this week. It is just crazy. Of course, I'm loving it and hating it at the same time. I want to read the books, but I don't want to pay for all the books.
Yeah, there is that.
They always put like all the good books. I noticed that like they're starting to put them at the end of the month, so you're forced to like grab like 14 titles if you're reading that instead of having like the very first. You guys know I was gonna say like season. I'm losing it here. I'm going the route of Grant Morrison. I'm gonna start calling things the wrong names. No, I was thinking like as far as like the first week or 10 of the it's always like for me. Here's 5 books in your pull list that are. It's like I'm barely make like it's top 5, and then it's like okay, they push anything like that. Now your top 30 at the. Man, but anyway, rambling too much. Yes, I'm excited to read this Doctor Strange. Yeah. Now people who may have read the original Doctor Strange, back in the day, may not like this, And I mean, it does suck for you guys, I mean, hopefully this is not. I won't never go on a limb say it's just as good, but I'll say for me it's above mid.
It's above mid. That's a good. Yeah. I like that above mid.
I at least have some incentive to read it and keep reading it, and I'm not being preached to. It's just Doctor Strange being Doctor Strange. That's all I want in a book. I don't want Doctor Strange being hey, I'm Doctor Strange, and let's talk about politics. Or Doctor Strange and mention like COVID. I don't. That's the thing. When you start throwing like real life stuff into like current events into comic books, I kind of lose interest.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Like
I want to see a guy with a magic cape and a ghost dog who shoots flames of
fantasy should
saltine.
always be fantasy and away from reality. You know, you should always be able to escape it and not be like reminded of what's going on like, currently. You know, it's like
Yeah. Well, it's
so.
called escapism. So, oh, Breen says he's on the fence. That's actually more than I gave him credit for.
You
He says
know,
he's on the
Breen,
fence.
you sounds like you need a doctor if you're on the fence.
No, that's if the fence is in you. You need a doctor.
If he's on, if he's landed on the fence.
All right, let's move on to your number 2, sir.
All right, my number 2 is been a book I just been kind of really enjoying, man. We only got so many issues left of this. We got at least 4 more after this. This is The Flash 795.
Wow, this is your number 2?
Yes.
There must be a big banger of a number 1. Wow.
You know, it's just been one of those series where I'm just like, I was telling Jeremy on I call him Jeremy. No.
I call him Jerry.
or Jer, you know, sometimes, we're on Twitter. I was telling him, he's like, you know what? Stick it to DC, marry Iris and Barry, and have them have a kid or kids
Before
at the end
you
of your
go.
run. Before you go.
A super speed conception.
If it happens for Wally, and Linda, why would it not happen for Barry?
They get married, they have the honeymoon, they have the kid, all in 1 minute.
Well, what we've learned from this, if he's playing with time again, he could change things by bringing her back.
Yeah.
He could end up making it where they actually, the kids somehow through time and all screwing things up.
Mm-hmm.
That when she gets back, she's pregnant or something like. I don't know. I don't care. Like I said, I just finally want to actually have Barry and Iris actually have kids in an ongoing series. Versus just like, oh, we go to the future and like, oh, these are your Don, and then whatever his daughter is. It's like the last time I saw, I think mentioned Barry and Iris' kids was like in the 70s, wasn't it? Had to been like the 70s.
Barry and Iris had kids?
Yeah, they had twins.
That's news to me. I know Wally and Linda had twins. I didn't know.
You
about
have
Barry and
failed
Iris.
this city. You are no longer.
The only stuff I was not a Barry Allen Flash. Barry Allen, the only reason I know about him is because he's what's on the show, he's what's in the movie, and then of course the comics reflected that. But like I was watching Justice League, Wally was the Flash. Austin P, I saw that. That's a great comment. That is a successful.
A 2-for-1 deal. That'd be a 2 for Tuesday. Oh man! All right. So, like I said, I've been enjoying this. It's like I said, it sucks that that they're giving it to Cy Spurrier. Like they're just it just DC. You do start doing well, and then you shoot yourself in the foot, and you figure like, well, I didn't know that would happen. You've done that like how many times now?
It's that meme of what's his name? Not Eric Andre, but the guy who does the. You've seen that meme where like he shoots somebody. It's like, why would somebody do that? Why would something do this? That's DC with Flash sales. It's like DC shoots the Flash. Why would people stop buying it?
They just shoot them like multiple times, and they're like, why did you do that? Do what? It's for the greater good. Yeah, that's all I want them to say as editors when they make decisions. It's for the greater good. Like, just be the villain you are. All right, let's go to your number. Let's go have you count down and then go to your number 1.
All righty. And do we want to go through? I know Undead Quinn's been listing his in the chat. Do we want to go through?
Sure. We can go up if you have his.
Oh, that is Eric Andre. I thought Eric Andre was like the co-host for some reason. I might be thinking of a different guy. My bad, Evil Black Cat.
As Mark McGrath says, the Tornado Twins, Don and Dawn Allen. That's what I couldn't remember. The other one was Don.
Twins.
W.
Tornado
Yes.
Twins. Okay. All right. So am I going to count down first?
Yeah, I'm gonna read off Undead Quinn's.
Okay.
I'm gonna scroll up real quickly and get to his.
Go for it.
Did he start with a 4?
I think he started at 4 or 3. He didn't have 5.
I saw 3. You see 3 books. Okay, I just saw 3.
Yeah.
Where is it? Look for the orange icon. Pass it again. Number 3 is Gargoyles. Number 4, he's getting he's getting the Brillo cover. Awesome. It's probably the best bet, man. I hope that I gotta look and see if the guy has a website. He paints those like full size painting, oil painting.
Uh-huh.
It does have, and just like dude is talented.
Oh, very cool.
He's been working for Dynamite for like at least the past 10 or 12 years.
Okay.
Maybe longer. And then let's see his number 2. Number 2 is Deceased, War of the Gods. Number 7 is getting the Homage, Sakarda. You know,
Nice.
the Ben
Good
Over.
pick. Good pick on
Number
Nightwing.
B, and then okay, that was his number 2. So he hasn't posted his number 1. Let's go to your. If you count down, we'll get to your number 1.
Alrighty, counting down. My number 5 pick, much to Breen's chagrin, is Nightwing, number 102. Coming in at number 4, we have She-Hulk, issue number 11, with that lime cheesecake jello, or lime jello cheesecake, whatever you want to call it. Key lime pie, that's what I'll settle on. Number 3 is going to be Scorched, issue number 16. Number 2 is the Doctor Strange relaunched number 1. And my number 1 book of the week, guys, I'm sorry. I tried to keep the crossovers away to keep things interesting, but I've got to go with this one. I've got to go back to Flash 795. I have been seeing and hearing too many great things about this. If you like Liberty Bell from Jeff Johns' JSA run, you are going to like this issue. If you despise and detest what Tom King did with Heroes in Crisis, you are going to love this issue. Also, I love the fact that Fernando Passarin, who has been Jeremy Adams' artist on most of his run, he's coming back for this issue, along with Roger Cruz, who has been doing great art as well during the whole 1 Minute War. This is just a dynamite issue. So, yes.
Speaking of which,
what's
I
that?
just noticed on the cover.
What's that?
That's That's Barry with the hair.
That's Barry.
Barry's alive.
Yeah, because he's holding the wedding ring.
But that's Wally.
Yeah.
Wally. So apparently Wally's brought back.
I will not say anything. I have my suspicions, but I don't want to risk spoiling anything.
But I'm curious what he's holding at Ember there. This was the wedding ring. It's burning.
Yeah, I think that's his wedding ring.
So,
or the one that he was going to give to Iris anyway.
So he's really going to do a Flashpoint.
I mean,
Is the Flash the responsible for the dawn of DC?
I mean, is the whole Simon Spurrier taking over? Is it a mystery? No, DC is not that smart. But but no, definitely, guys. If you like what's been going on with the Flash, it has very much been a family-centered, family-themed book. That's why I highly encourage people to check it out and give it a read. Yep. Definitely show Jeremy Adams some love as he's wrapping up his run on the Flash before he goes over to Green Lantern. This has been a dynamite book. It is almost always my number 1 the weeks that it comes out. So yeah, go check it out. That's all I gotta say. It's dynamite. It's all I need to say. It speaks for itself. The contents. I do want the cover. That's the one I want. The Marco D'Alonso, where he's like beating up the space slug.
I just love that he's studying and doing this, because if it's anything like the show, the Flash stuff, I mean, or in the movies, he forgets things right away. He reads it, and then it's only his memory for so long.
I think it's like that in the comic book too, because I think Bart was the only one who could retain everything he read.
Actually, yeah, you think it is, because I'm thinking of New 52.
Yeah, because that was during Jeff Johns' Teen Titans run. He established that Bart could remember everything he read, so he read.
I remember. It actually might have been Joshua Williamson, because remember he was the one where he had the speed thinking.
That is an excellent question, and one that I'm not able to answer.
That was, I think Barry had speed thinking. I think that might have been the actual Josh Williamson.
I know Barry had to rebuild a whole apartment building at super speed. So unless he already knew how to do that.
I had to be New 52, because I remember there's a issue where Barry he can think ahead.
Yeah.
As far as what's multiple possible outcomes, what's going to happen. Right. So he had a chance, and he was prepared. So he was able to do all that and then predict the moves. Yeah. Which was really great, because as much as we get grief from as far as the CW Flash, he actually put that into one of the things. Well, the problem is, though, they turned it into a bad power. They say, "Oh, Barry becomes possessed. He becomes all logic and no emotion."
Oh, so he becomes like Spock?
He becomes cold-hearted, the villain.
So like Spock.
Oh, it was this. No, Spock's cooler. Like I said, so hopefully, like I said, I'm just it's gonna suck, man. But the great news is that as much as great as Jeremy is on this book, I look forward to reading him when he goes over and takes over Green Lantern.
I was about to say,
Uh,
I'm really looking forward to Green Lantern. Hal Jordan's been out of the spotlight
and
for a really
wouldn't
long
that be
time.
great? Hal and Carol get married, then they have kids. he just says screw you guys. He puts it in the.
I don't see that working as well for Hal as it does for Wally. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know if I want that, but
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
but... All right, I'm gonna count down my my top 5 here, and we'll get to my number 1. My number 5 was Swamp Thing. I forget what it's called. Green Hell. Deceased was my number 4, and number 3 was World's Finest. Number 2, as you just saw moments ago, was The Flash. My number 1 book. If you didn't, I'd say you're really drunk. My number 1 book. Normally it would be Catwoman, but they put a crappy writer on Junior Howard.
Oh!
But it's number 2 actually of Superman. And I am not getting the bondage cover. Hell no. Although it is by Jamal Campbell. I gotta ask you, Jamal, what's up with that?
It kind of gives off Xenomorph vibes more than anything.
I am getting the John Boy Myers.
Yeah, that's the one to get right there, man. Is it double sided or is the next issue?
It must be because I looked. There's no connecting cover anywhere else. It doesn't say
okay, so it must
cover,
be double sided. Yeah,
and it must be going against Darkseid.
yeah, because the Heat Vision is going against the Omega Beams. It looks amazing.
Yes, the Parademons right away. So I'm excited for that. Man, John Boy Myers. I've talked to him before on another channel, YouTube, a couple years back. Great guy. I love these getting more work and covers.
I wish they'd give him the interior.
I wish they let him do Teen Titans, man. Because he was doing Teen Titans at Rebirth. They kicked him off. They kicked him off.
Him? Or I thought it was Brett Booth.
He originally went on the Teen Titans, and then they kicked him off because, well, he wanted to draw Starfire in her normal Starfire outfit from George Perez outfit.
The man has class.
He wanted to do the George Perez outfit, the new Teen Titans. New Titans, great. Dude, I just been loving this book, man. And as far as this book goes, it's been crazy as far as the characters like stuff. They're bringing and there's a new spin on some of the characters here. A lot of these. So basically, Lex Luthor in the first issue. This is kind of a spoiler if you haven't read this. Do recommend you go check it out. It's a minor, not really major, minor spoiler, but it's just only gonna be, as far as I know, Superman, Lois Lane, who's now the editor of the Planets. You're gonna have Jimmy Olsen, and stuff, and you have Lex Luthor, who's still in prison.
Right.
Lex basically as he contacts Superman, says, hey, I need you to. You're gonna be head of Lex Corp. We're gonna call it Super Corp, and they're gonna support you. And he's so furious. He's like, I am not gonna do this. He's like, and Mercy Graves is like, well, if you don't, we're out of a job. That's the only people who work for this company. You want that on your conscience? So they kind of like blackmail into this. So now he's got Team Superman, Super Corp. And so not only this, though, the book in the first book, he fought against Livewire. He's going to be going against pretty much all of his classic villains in this series. But somebody's giving them power boosts. So they're amped up. So I'm looking forward to that, dude. It's going to be fun. Like I said, I'm not a fan of all the extra characters in here. I could tolerate Flash because we have, the most, 4 in the book, at time or currently right now, before this one with Water, because it's a special. It's just usually just Kid Flash and Wally at the most.
And his twins and the kids.
Well, yeah.
And Linda has powers now, so.
And rumor has it the baby on the way is gonna be born before you should hit her.
Yeah.
So they'll have 3 kids. We'll see if DC will wipes that out of existence. So anyway, that's my number 1 pick of the week. I'm looking forward to this. Man, all the books come out this week. We can go through some other ones coming out as far as I saw. But what did Undead Quinn have for his number 1? Let's see here.
His number
Monsters
1?
of Metal, My Bloody Valentine, number 1. Never heard of that. When I scroll down. Other mentions coming out tonight, as for honorable mentions that did not make the list here. If you want to check out Carnage has been doing really well. Ram V stepped off, but someone that's I forgot who the writer is, but Ram V
He's supposed
basically.
to be in the same. He's supposed to be in the same caliber, the same type of group that Ram V is in.
Yeah, Ram V handpicked him to
Right.
replace him. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
He's friends with them. Never read Donny Cates Vanish, but that's out this week too as well.
Ash said that was really good.
Undiscovered Country is still going. I hear that's good. That's why Ash and Comics is still picking it up, probably. We have Extreme X-Men and Joe Fixit, man. These are runner-ups for top 5 books, man. We'll see how it goes. Get Chris Claremont, Peter David, man. It just looks great.
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau's been muppet. We got Girl Goes Out coming out this week.
Yep.
I almost got this because I thought this was going to be Power Rangers versus Ninja Turtle, but it's just Power Rangers.
This is
I'm
regular.
not sure who the artist on it. Yeah. But I think I'm not sure if it's Ryan Parrott at all. Deej and the Bloom. There's a dinosaur on it though.
Mark McGrath says Lord of the Jungle #4 comes out this week.
Yes, that's also I was getting down to that. That's coming out. Torrent.
Torrent #2. That was a runner-up for my #5 as well. I haven't read #1 yet though, so
yeah,
I'm looking forward to it. Skip has nothing to say but great things about it.
Vampirella Strikes. Issue 11's out this week. Cullen Bunn's Nightwalker has been a fun series. They're on the 3rd issue. New Scout Comics. Yeah, here's Lord of the Jungle right there.
There you go.
Exo Man of War. What the heck? It's the Valiant. I gotta click on this.
That is
no.
Becky Cloonan.
No.
And Michael Conrad.
No.
I mean, you got Liam Sharp, so you got like 1 out of 3. Well, actually, no, he's doing the art. Oh, why'd they pair Liam Sharp up with Becky Cloonan and Michael Conrad? That's such a bizarre pairing to me.
Maybe it's a one shot.
It says it's a new series. Yeah. Maybe this will be like the one book that Becky Cloonan writes well. Or Clunrad, excuse me. I forgot their ship name. Maybe this will be her one big book.
I don't know, man. But that's coming out this week. Lord of the Jungle looks really cool. I dropped Hell Sonia. It just was kind of getting stupid.
I hear you.
Lady Death has another book coming out. I thought I said Nerdrotic. It's Necrotic. Genesis.
Nerdrotic.
I was
like,
a
Lady Death book now? Dang, dude's moving
Pop
on
Scars #1 is out this week as well. And that's what we got here. Zombicide, which I cannot find anywhere.
There's your Monsters of Metal, all the way on the right.
Yeah, you're there. What is this?
Is it 666? Oh my gosh, the cover.
Written by director and so it's written by director and visual effects artist Jason Leigh Howden, who basically worked on Guns Akimbo. And Lexi Leon, Monster Metal. It takes iconic creatures on the road as a heavy metal band as a righteous setup on life on tour. 31 pages of story. That's kind of cool.
$6.66. That is a ominous cover price.
Is that supposed to be Storm? Lagoon Girl and Storm.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like the creature of the Black Lagoon and Frankenstein.
I know, but the Mohawk though looks like Storm.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's a metal band, right? So.
Yeah, I know. I think of Storm Lake. Whenever I see that haircut, the white Mohawk.
I hear you.
Because she's the one that made it famous.
She did make it. That is true.
We also got here.
Sure did.
Bell is another one. If you like Bell, that's coming out to Xenoscope. It looks like Phoenix Files is actually coming out at the same time as well. So there's 2 Xenoscope issues coming out at the same time. That's weird. But again, it is towards the end of the month, so they are pushing them. Yeah. We got here. I think that's about it. Yeah. All right. So let's look at some of as far as the trades and hardcovers coming out this week. All right. I don't want that either.
handful of hardcovers right there. Oh, wait, that was just Marvel. Okay.
I know, right? All right, so we got Power Girl Power Trip 2023 edition. It looks like it's going to be giving Amanda Connor, I think.
That's good. Amanda Connor Power Girl's pretty good.
Or is it Jeff Johns? Let me look. Quick.
I think Amanda Connor was the one that had the Power Girl title.
No, it's Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns,
Oh.
Justin Gray, Jimmy Palmiotti, Amanda Connor.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ooh.
There you go. That
Very
includes
cool. Jeff
JSA Classified 1 through 4, Power Girl 1 through 12. Yep. Stories featuring Psycho Pirate, Ultra Humanite, Vartox, and some very sexy alien marauders. All right. Lena Bertinelli, Huntress isn't here too. Terra isn't here as well.
I think it's a different Terra. It's not Teen Titans Terra. I think it's a different Terra.
It's Atlee.
Yeah.
This is the black haired one.
The black haired one, yeah.
Yeah. It was so cool though. All right. Streets and Shadows Volume 6. So it's Robin. It's Joshua Williamson. Get it? This is the Jed McKay. That's what threw me off at first.
Yeah, that's the McKay.
I was like,
one.
oh, are they doing a trade Epic Collection? Yeah, it's the McCade.
Yeah.
Savage Avengers.
Eh.
Hey, look. Punisher's using a gun.
For one of the
That's
last
worse.
times. Breen
King Spawn
has
Volume
his
2.
top 5. Breen is reading 5 comics this week.
Dear
He says
God.
It's the end times, folks. Number 5 is Chilling Adventures. Number 4 is Superman. Number 3 is Torrent. Number 2 is Joe Fixit. And his number 1 is Lord of the Jungle. Well done, Mr. Breen. Well done. Also well done, that Guardians of the Galaxy trade by Donny Cates. Pick it up, folks. It's a fun ride.
Is that what I think it is? Abomination?
No, that's one of the Starjammers.
Okay, I was
Actually-
like, Abomination with the space?
Actually, there's at least 2 Starjammers up there because I see Hepzibah, the cat girl, right in front of them. So there's at least 2
Wow.
Starjammers in that cover.
Well, it's basically Cyclops' dad is right there too.
Yeah. Oh, is he up there too? I can't see him.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
You
So there's
have to.
3 Starjammers then.
Dream Ends, Inkleheart, Stern, on Fantasy 4 here.
Nice.
It looks like we got the wizard. And we got Claw. And we have Titania. And more revenge. Hydro Man. Also come out this week. Multiversity Team Justice by your favorite writer, Megan Fitzmartin. All right. Moving on to something better. Doctor Strange, Epic Collection, Triumph and Torment. That is, it looks like it has Roy Thomas is on there too, and Stern. Nice. And it looks like Big Noah doing some art as well. And I'm gonna give this Unbeatable Squirrel Girl. If you want to get down the best, go ahead. That's the Adams cover. What else you got here? Usagi Jimbo is on there. Sorry, Usagi. I just call it Sagi Jimbo. Dazzler Masterworks hardcover volume 4. Wow, that's cool. Creep Show, you can read one issue and avoid the rest. It was a dud. And then we're just getting into some manga here, which you usually get rid of. Overwatch. What?
Yeah, Overwatch has a comic. It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not
Is it
great.
bad?
Maybe it's less than mid.
You mean it's not? What? It's
I
not?
said it's less than.
That's
than mid.
horrible. That is horrible. It should always be that way.
Sorry.
All right. We'll wrap this up because Zach's got to bounce for some reason.
I do. I've got to bounce. If anyone's still going to be sticking around on YouTube, you can head over to I Love Comics. We are going to be doing a Marvel tabletop RPG over there. So you can come
Alright.
watch us nerd out about that. To heal them, get in the manga, respect. I don't read Jujutsu Kaisen. I am actually reading One Piece right now because I'm all caught up on the anime.
Yes.
So been reading that. But This has been great. Love seeing all you guys here talking about comics.
Yes.
If you're catching this on the replay, be sure to comment and let us know what comics you're picking up or looking forward to in the comments down below.
As always, for those who are watching on Twitch, we thank you for joining with us for our very first stream. That's cool. Also, for those who are watching on YouTube, we love you too as well. We're just trying something else, trying to get more attention to this channel. That being said, look for some of the readings might be doing to both Twitch and YouTube, depending on which you prefer. Some people don't like YouTube, some people like Twitch. Overall, if you want to help the channel, please like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, give us a follow and subscribe if you want to too as well. You know, I mean, obviously, who wants to watch commercials? Unless you're into that. Yeah, and we have a Ko-Fi, ko-fi.com/Puppatine. You can donate to the channel. It'll pay for our StreamYard, pays for the Marvel and the DC reading apps we use for readings on Fridays and Sundays. We'll be live tomorrow talking about The Flash and Superman and Lois. Have a good night, guys.
Later, comic fans.
That was dumb.